Welcome everyone to Lubbock, Texas, Jones AT&T Stadium, where their tortillas will be. You got this, a celebration and in support of their beloved Texas Tech Red Raiders. The Jaguars will kick it away first. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Texas Tech's offense is on the field for the first time today. And this guy feels like a throwback. Back in the day, the running backs were always the stars. This guy fits that mold.
And he can do a lot of different things, too. He's not a one-trick pony. This guy can tote the rock. He can catch the ball. He can block. We might even see him throw the ball in this game. This is a jack of all trades.
Gets it out quickly. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. And that one could serve a lot of purposes. You knock all the butterflies out, you get your first completion.
Yeah, and I agree. You know, the first completion, you get hit, and I always loved it as a player on the first drive to when you got hit, you got that out of the way, you get the butterflies out of the way, then you kind of settle and you realize, all right, this is just football.
He's got it on the right. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. And the Red Raiders in the hurry-up.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to pass. It's Hammond. They're working that left side. He get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this first down.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Chucked it away just as he was hit.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. The Jaguars offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, South Alabama.
They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. He's looking to throw it. Finds his target down the middle.
It's really nice when you're an offensive coach and you can basically attack the whole field. You got an arm like this and you can just put it on a line. It's really nice to have.
Give to the running back. The Jaguars get enough to move the chains.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
They'll put it in play from their own 12-yard line, 1st and 10. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Lopez to pass. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
And those are tough passes. You start throwing those balls towards the sidelines. It's a longer throw for the quarterback to make, and I think that's when you see the majority of the misses for guys, the majority of the overthrows, and a little bit of inaccuracy start to show itself.
Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. He's got him this time. This guy runs with some attitude, discarding tacklers, and works his way to the 19.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel, but in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Finds his way for a couple, but stopped short of the marker. It's 4th and 1. Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive.
Man, you see this at all levels of football. It's the hardest play to stop. I think everybody's yelling in the stands, QB sneak, QB sneak. It doesn't matter. You know it's coming, but it's so difficult with all those guys, all those bodies to try to stop that quarterback.
And the Jaguars are marching down the field. They'll throw it on 1st down. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. After the misconnection, it's 2nd down. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, South Alabama.
Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Solid run, picks up 6 and gets it to the 28.
Man, this guy is exciting to watch. When he has the ball in his hands, he can make magic happen. They're going to throw it to him. They're going to hand it off to him. They're going to get him the ball in a variety of ways, and they're doing it early in this game.
Looking for that 1st down on 3rd and short from the 28. Lopez wants to fire. Quickly complete. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On third down, going up top. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. They told us they were going to be aggressive no matter where they were on the field. Didn't take long to prove it. Going for it on fourth down in their first drive. And they can't connect a costly turnover on down.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game. We're going to see a few of these as the game goes on, but with the defense getting that stop on fourth down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense napping.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Red Raiders headed quickly to the line. Looking to throw, it's Hammond. Quick strike complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a fourth and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, fourth down, offense has to make a decision.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. And is going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on fourth down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Still on his feet. But now he's swallowed up, and he'll be knocked down for a loss on the trick play.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beaten right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on second and long. Wide receiver shows motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
And the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half.
Timeout, South Alabama.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's third and long from the 30. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. A late hit moves the ball up 15 yards. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Wide out in motion. He leaves it with his back. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Lopez to pass. Fires to the big fella. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient most of the time, that drag route's going to come open.
Looking to go up top on first down. Got his man quickly. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Hold it. Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. After getting moved back, it's 1st and 20. Pulls and fires complete. Snowed under by the defense.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
Kept it on the ground on first down. See if they stick with that plan on second. He's looking to throw. Get it out on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play.
Lopez wants to fire. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
That incompletion leads to 2nd down and 10. Quarterback checking the play. They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense.
And the Red Raiders take over.
QBs have to understand when I'm throwing against manipulate guys in my eyes. I might have to look one direction to throw that ball or zip that ball. Touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you can tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Hudson. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Just enough time to get off one more snap. Wants to throw. It's Hammond. He's got his man. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there today in Lubbock. And a compelling first half for a variety of reasons. Yes, there's a substantial lead to talk about, but I think it all starts with this defense. And made it share big plays. If things keep trending in this direction, you can bet a ton of those backs and receivers are going to spend a lot of time in ice baths before the end of the day. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Jones AT&T Stadium.
South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. Not a lot of offense. In fact, no offense in terms of scoring there in the first half.
You got to give the defense credit on both sides. They've been physical. They've been making plays. So now, which of these offenses can break the tie? It's not going to be easy, but for this offense now taking the ball here first in the second half, they've got to get something.
Finally giving the defense some credit. How did that feel coming out of your mouth? Did it hurt? Like, did you not like to say that? It sounded painful.
I just threw up a minute.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. It's caught. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
Off the play fake on first down. He tries to take the top off. Makes the catch along the left sideline, and that is a big pickup. Touchdown, South Alabama. They take the lead with the 6.
Number 15.
And finally, somebody gets on the scoreboard. A first half of no points, 0-0. Now in the third quarter. Sometimes when you get that rhythm and that offense rolling, sometimes it's hard to stop. So let's see if this is a trendsetter. Let's see if this starts the offensive momentum.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Cal has had almost no answers today, and when they've had them, that other sideline has changed the questions. A puzzling performance in Berkeley. They're trailing by 14 to USC. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. Now they'll run the draw. Bulls his way forward. And the Red Raiders want to crank the tempo. Looking downfield, it's Hammond. Quickly to the tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. The Red Raiders will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Gets it out fast. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job increasing it. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
And, David, this is where I think you could have excelled. You're a great defensive end. There's other positions you could have played. Fullback, I know, being one of them. How about that guy there picking up the first?
That's a nice job. Don't make this hard. Don't make it overly complex. We've seen the big fellas block all the time. Give him a bone, reward him. Now he'll block harder and he'll block longer in the future.
Handoff to the lone back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Lopez to pass. It's complete to the right. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Comes out throwing on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Baker. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. That's the end of the quarter. South Alabama has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. start the drive after the break. Motion from the offense. Quick touch pass to the receiver. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, Dan, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jaguars! That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
And the Red Raiders will hustle to the line.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Going deep. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The big gain on offense, and the play will stand. The offense declines the penalty. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And after the extra point, they cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes courtesy of an explosive play in the passing game from 60 yards out. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
A 6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Wide receiver now comes in motion. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. The Jaguars will snap it on 1st and 10. Right back to the well. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, South Alabama.
I'd expect we're going to get another dose of the running game at this point, even though it's 2nd and 11. Lopez wants to fire. Finds it back in the middle. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
From the 25-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Fast motion from the offense. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, South Alabama.
And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Power football with the run. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Jaguars looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Man, and you see those sticks, and you're like, dude, 3rd and short. I just got to fall forward and get the first down, Palmer. But the defense comes up big and gets the stop.
So on offense, don't overthink this one. 4th and inches, just line up, something easy you know you can execute in your sleep and go keep this drive going.
And the O will stay out there and go for it on 4th and inches. Big fullback's got it. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
And just leaving no doubt in this one, right? 4th down, they've got the lead, running the ball and picking up the first. They're going to ice this game, baby.
You talk about 2-minute drills. This is how you end the ball on an offensive 2-minute drill when you're winning. Run the clock out, run the football, be physical, watch it go to zeros.
They'll go to the ground. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give to the back. And they'll find their way back to the line of scrimmage, and now it's time to find their way back to the locker room as this game is over. This was hardly an offensive juggernaut, but sometimes you lean on your defense and grind out a win.
This was a defensive struggle, no doubt about it, but we know this is a team game, and the defense certainly did what they needed to do. The offense just barely did enough. That's the important part, and David, moving forward, they're going to have to play better on that side of the ball.
I think it looked more like an offensive struggle, not a defensive struggle. They definitely brought their A game, but listen, all you needed was enough points. Win, advance, build some confidence, find some things with this offense down the road that you do better.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.